Have you ever thought that the way you walk could actually determine how long and how well you live? Most people never imagine that something as simple as walking could hold the secret to staying strong and independent after 60. But what if small changes in your steps could protect you from serious falls and give you back the confidence you thought you'd lost? Today, we are uncovering the walking secrets that matter more than you might think, especially as we age. From posture that grounds you like a sturdy tree to foot movements that flow like a quiet dance, every detail can make a real difference in your stability and freedom. Stay with me, because by the end, you'll learn practical ways to walk safer, stand taller, and move with ease, no matter your age. Let's take that first step together. Your stronger, healthier life begins right now. Posture is the very first step to walking safely, particularly for older adults who want to lower their risk of falling, something that happens to 1 in 4 people over 65 every year. Imagine yourself as a tall, steady tree, strong but flexible, your feet firmly rooted while your body reaches upward toward the light. When you stand tall, shoulders relaxed, and head lifted high, you don't just look confident. You build a solid base for every movement. Think of it like an invisible thread gently pulling you upward, keeping you balanced without tension. It's not about stiffness or force. It's about finding a posture that feels powerful, steady, and effortless. Good posture does more than keep you balanced. It transforms how you feel about yourself. When you stand tall, you carry a quiet confidence that follows you through the day. I'll never forget my old friend Rose, a former ballet dancer. Even as her hair turned silver and time etched soft lines on her face, she moved with a grace that never faded. She once told me, "It's not just about looking good, it's about feeling grounded." Those words stayed with me, like a truth that time could never erase. Rose explained that when we begin to slouch, even slightly, our center of gravity shifts forward, like a stack of books leaning on an unsteady table, ready to fall at the slightest touch. But when you stand upright, with your chest open and shoulders relaxed, you create a stable foundation for every step. It's as if your body remembers how to move safely and naturally again. I saw it in Rose. Even in her later years, each step she took seemed to tell a story of strength and life. For older adults, this becomes even more important. Our bodies may no longer be as forgiving as they once were. Simple habits, hunching forward, tensing your shoulders against the cold, or forgetting to straighten up, can quietly steal your balance over time. And yet, a single mindful adjustment in posture can make all the difference. Have you ever caught yourself shuffling along, shoulders slumped, as if carrying an invisible weight? I once had a neighbor, Mr. Hung, who walked that way, a little stooped, cautious with each step. He used to say he didn't want to overdo it, thinking standing tall might look strange. But after I encouraged him to take a deep breath, lift his head, and imagine himself rising like a tree in the breeze, the change was remarkable. He smiled and said, "I had no idea such a small change could make my legs feel this steady." And that's the beauty of it. Anyone can improve their posture, no matter their age. You don't need to change everything overnight or push yourself too hard. Just spend a few mindful minutes each day. Stand before a mirror, breathe deeply, roll your shoulders back, and lift your head high. Picture yourself stretching upward like a tree at sunrise, strong, full of life, rooted in confidence. Over time, this natural posture becomes part of you. Because posture isn't only about preventing falls, it's about reclaiming independence, balance, and quiet strength in every step you take. Each time you stand tall, you're not just improving your posture. You're choosing a healthier, freer, fuller life. You deserve that at any age. Now, let's talk about the next vital element: arm movement. If posture forms the strong roots that keep you steady, arm movement is the rhythm that brings balance to your walk, the natural flow that keeps your body in harmony as you move through life. Picture yourself as a conductor leading an orchestra, standing tall, chest open, arms moving in smooth rhythm. guiding every note in harmony. That's exactly how walking should feel. As your right leg steps forward, your left arm swings ahead. Then the left leg steps, and the right arm follows. It's not just for appearance. This motion is your body's natural balance system, built to steady you with every stride. When you keep good posture, shoulders relaxed, head high, letting your arms swing becomes effortless, like wings lifting each step with ease and security. I'm reminded of my old friend, Mr. Thompson, who used to walk with his arms stiff by his sides, like a soldier marching down an empty street. One day, I asked him, "Why not let your arms swing a bit?" He laughed and said, "I don't want to look like I'm rushing. I'm old. Why bother showing off?" That answer made me smile, but I knew he didn't realize how keeping his arms still was throwing off his balance. So I told him, "Imagine you're walking through a soft, open field. Let your arms move gently, like a breeze." He tried it, and after only a few steps, his face lit up. "I didn't expect it to feel this different," he said. "It's like walking's easier, steadier. I don't feel like I'll tip over." From that day on, he made it a habit. Each walk felt less like a chore and more like a peaceful, steady rhythm. For many older adults, forgetting to swing the arms is common. Yet it's one of those simple walking secrets that can completely transform the way you move. Many people feel self-conscious about swinging their arms, worried it looks odd, or simply forgetting how naturally their bodies once moved. But think about it for a moment. Every step you take works like a seesaw. One leg moves forward while the opposite arm swings to keep your balance. When your arms stay stiff at your sides, it's like walking a tightrope without a railing. No wonder it's easier to stumble. I remember my neighbor, Mrs. Lawn. She used to keep her arms pinned close, thinking swinging them would tire her out. After I explained that this motion actually helps the body stay stable, she decided to give it a try. A few days later, she smiled and said, "I'm walking faster now, and I don't feel off balance anymore." So how can you start? It's simpler than you might think. Once you've set your tall posture and relaxed your shoulders, let your arms hang naturally and swing gently with each step. There's no need to force it. Just move the way you did as a child running freely outdoors. Try walking around your home, picturing yourself on a quiet garden path, arms moving like a soft breeze. Soon, it becomes second nature. Your body finds its rhythm again. Combining good posture with natural arm movement doesn't just reduce the risk of falling. It brings lightness and confidence, reminding you that every swing of your arms is like a steady heartbeat, carrying you forward with strength and joy. If arm movement is the rhythm that keeps you balanced, like a conductor guiding an orchestra, then foot movement is the key that carries you forward safely and steadily. Walking, when you think about it, is like a graceful two-step dance. One part is when your foot touches the ground, the stance phase, and the other is when it swings ahead for your next step, the swing phase. Each step should have one foot grounded firmly, like an anchor holding a boat steady, while the other glides forward. To move smoothly, your heel should land first, then roll gently toward your toes in one fluid motion. When your arms are already swinging in sync, this heel-first rhythm gives even greater stability, helping you walk with confidence instead of fear of tripping. I remember Mrs. Johnson, a dear friend with remarkable spirit. She used to shuffle along, barely lifting her feet, thinking tiny steps were safer. "I'm just trying to be careful," she'd tell me. But that shuffling made her more likely to stumble. One day, I suggested she try landing on her heel first, like stepping onto soft sand, then let her foot roll naturally to her toes. She hesitated, but after a few steps, her face brightened. "I feel steadier, more connected to the ground," she said. From then on, she became mindful of every step. That small change didn't just improve her balance, it brought her joy, as if she was rediscovering her own strength. Many older adults fall into the habit of stepping with their toes first, or shuffling out of fear of falling, but it often has the opposite effect. When you lead with your toes, Your foot can't clear the ground enough to avoid small obstacles. It's like walking on a slippery floor with no grip. I recall Mr. Nom, who once did the same, stepping toe first because he thought it was quicker, until he nearly tripped on a rug edge. That was the moment he decided to give the heel-first approach a try, and the results surprised him. "I'm not catching my feet anymore," one of my patients told me after learning to land on his heel first. That simple change makes all the difference. Landing on your heel sets the foundation for each step, much like laying a solid base before building a house. If the base isn't steady, everything above it wobbles. When your heel touches down and rolls smoothly to your toes, your body weight shifts naturally to your standing leg, creating perfect balance. And when this movement pairs with swinging arms, your body works like a well-tuned machine in motion. Still, many older adults, often out of habit or fear, walk with their feet spread wide, thinking it feels more stable. I remember Mr. Hoa, who always took wide, heavy steps and said, "This feels solid to me." But once I encouraged him to bring his feet closer and let his weight shift naturally, he realized how much smoother it felt. The stiffness disappeared, replaced by an easy, flowing stride. To practice, start slow. Focus on landing your heel first, as if you're leaving gentle prints in the sand. Feel each step as a soft rhythm, your arms moving lightly in sync, like a calm waltz at your own pace. With time, it will come naturally, and every step will bring a quiet confidence you can feel from within. For older adults, this simple adjustment doesn't just reduce the risk of falling. It restores a sense of freedom, like walking strong and self-assured again. Every steady step moves you closer to a healthier, fuller life. Walking isn't just about perfecting your foot placement. It also requires strength and flexibility to keep your balance. And the good news is, you can build both right at home with simple exercises. No fancy equipment, no long hours, just steady consistency, like watering a small garden until it blooms. Once you've mastered landing on your heel and rolling forward to your toes, these exercises take things a step further, turning every motion into something smooth, steady, and natural. I'm reminded of Mrs. Clara, a gentle neighbor with endless patience. She once told me she couldn't take long strides because she was afraid of losing her balance. Even after learning to plant her heel first, she still worried her legs were too weak. So I gave her a simple exercise. Walk around the house, pressing her heel firmly into the floor, as if leaving clear footprints in soft beach sand. "Imagine each step as a bold stamp," I told her. She laughed at the idea, but tried it anyway. A few days later, she smiled and said, "I'm not just walking better, my legs feel stronger." That mindful heel strike became her favorite practice, helping her find rhythm and confidence without overthinking every move. Another excellent drill I often recommend is the single leg stand, what I like to call flamingo mode. Hold on to a chair or table for balance if you need to. Lift one leg for a few seconds, then switch sides. I remember showing this to my friend Mr. Henry, who immediately grumbled, "I'll topple over standing on one leg, forget it." When Mr. Henry finally gave the exercise a try, gripping the chair just enough for balance, he surprised himself. Each day, he held the pose a little longer. "I feel like I'm reclaiming my strength," he said with a proud smile. This simple movement isn't just a balance booster. It strengthens the leg muscles and connects perfectly with that natural weight shift that begins with a solid heel landing. Then there's tandem walking, placing one foot directly in front of the other, heel to toe, as if tracing a tightrope across the floor. I remember Ms. Rose, who practiced this in her kitchen, following the tile lines like a guide. She laughed and said, "It feels like I'm doing a little dance." At first her steps were shaky, but she kept at it. Before long, her stride became smoother, steadier, and full of rhythm. This simple drill sharpens coordination and foot control, aligning your legs with the rest of your body and building on the mindful movement you've already learned. The key is consistency. Just a few minutes a day, whether it's heel strikes, single leg stands, or heel-to-toe walking can create a visible change. I saw it happen with Mr. Tom, who once feared falling so much he avoided going outside. After several weeks of steady practice, his confidence returned. "I'm not afraid to walk outdoors anymore," he told me, smiling wide. These exercises don't just strengthen your legs, they awaken a sense of resilience, rebuilding confidence from the ground up, especially when paired with that heel-first walking approach we discussed earlier. When your body starts moving in rhythm, it feels like a finely tuned engine ready for any path ahead. Start today. Every minute you invest in yourself is a gift of freedom and happiness, no matter your age. If exercises are the training drills that teach your legs to move with strength and confidence, whether it's practicing heel strikes to perfect your stride or balancing on one leg to build stability, then assistive tools like canes or walkers are your reliable companions along the way. These exercises create the foundation, strengthening your muscles and improving coordination over time. But as the years pass and your legs begin to feel the weight of age, your body might need a little extra help. That's where a cane or walker comes in, not as a sign of weakness, but as a smart ally. Think of it like grabbing a sturdy hiking stick before climbing a rocky path. Instead of holding you back, these tools help you move forward with confidence, letting you enjoy life without the fear of a sudden fall. I remember Mr. James, a proud friend who valued his independence more than anything. He used to brush off the idea of using a cane, saying, "I'm not that old yet, I can manage just fine." But after trying heel-to-toe walking to improve his balance, he realized that even with stronger legs, there were still days when he felt unsure. One afternoon, I sat down with him and said, "Don't see the cane as something that limits you. You've already done the hard work through those exercises. Now think of the cane as a loyal companion that helps you push your boundaries safely." He laughed at first, but decided to give it a try, taking a short walk around his backyard. A few minutes into his walk, a smile spread across Mr. James's face. "This feels good," he said. "I'm not wobbling like I used to." From that day on, he began taking his cane on afternoon strolls through his garden. Not because he had grown weak, but because he wanted to enjoy every step, soaking in the colors, scents, and peace of his little green haven. It's something I've seen often. Many older adults hesitate to use assistive tools, thinking they're a sign of weakness or surrender to age. I remember Mrs. Emma, a lively woman with a sharp sense of humor, who once told me, "Picking up a cane feels like admitting defeat." I smiled and asked, "If you were hiking a long, winding trail and your knees started to ache, would you feel bad grabbing a stick to ease the strain?" She paused, then nodded slowly. "Exactly," I said. "A cane or walker isn't there to take your strength. It gives you more freedom to keep doing what you love." To show her, we combined her single-leg balance exercises with light cane support. Before long, she was walking farther than ever, no longer anxious about uneven sidewalks or hidden curbs. That's the beauty of this partnership. Exercise builds your inner strength, while assistive devices serve as a steady safety net, catching you when life throws you an unexpected step. Picture yourself walking through a sunlit park, the breeze on your shoulders, the warmth of the day around you. With a cane in hand, you're not slowing down or giving in. You're walking tall, steady, and free, no matter where the path leads. I saw this firsthand with Ms. Lily, a woman who found her joy in her garden. After spending weeks practicing slow, steady walks at home to rebuild her confidence, she added a walker to her routine. "I refuse to stay cooped up indoors staring at walls," she told me one afternoon, her eyes shining with determination. "This walker takes me back to my roses and daisies, and I don't have to worry about falling anymore." Assistive tools aren't shackles or signs of limitation. They're keys that unlock everyday moments of happiness you might have thought were gone. Here's the truth. There's no shame in seeking support. A cane or walker isn't a burden. It's a teammate, working right alongside you. When you pair these aids with simple exercises, heel strikes, tandem walking, or light leg lifts, You create a winning balance. The workouts build strength and coordination from within, while the devices stand guard on the outside, offering stability when fatigue or uneven ground tries to test you. I think of Mr. Jack, a gruff but kind man who once resisted the idea of using a cane. "I don't want people staring at me like I'm frail," he grumbled. But after trying it during one of our walks, he looked up and smiled. "You know what? I feel stronger with this thing. I'm still walking my path." That's the real power of assistive tools. They're not symbols of giving in. They're signs of resilience, proof that you refuse to let go of the life you love. So don't see them as a detour or a downgrade, but as reliable gear for the journey ahead. Each step you take, whether with a cane tapping beside you or a walker rolling smoothly forward, is a quiet testament to strength, courage, and the will to keep moving. Age may slow your pace, but with the right tools and a little determination, it will never take away your spirit to live boldly, one confident step at a time. If assistive tools like canes or walkers are your loyal companions, helping you move safely when your legs need a rest, then creating a safe environment is the next crucial step. It's about removing hidden risks, so every walk feels secure and stress-free. A cane or walker can help you stay steady, but if your surroundings are cluttered, uneven, or poorly lit, even the best tools have their limits. Think of a safe environment as preparing the stage for a performance. You clear the space, brighten the lights, and make sure everything is set, so you can move confidently without fear of falling. For older adults, safety isn't just about caution. It's about protecting independence and keeping joy within reach. I'm reminded of Mr. Davis, an old neighbor who adored his garden. He often brushed off the clutter around his walkway, hoses, tools, and flower pots scattered about. "It's just a little mess," he'd say. But one afternoon, he nearly tripped on a coiled hose, and that was the wake-up call. We worked together to tidy things up, hoses hung neatly, tools stored away, and paths cleared. When he took his first walk afterward, he smiled and said, "I had no idea it could feel this easy." From then on, he strolled through his garden every day, cane in hand, fully enjoying the peace and beauty around him. No more worry, just the joy of sunshine and flowers. Creating a safe environment turned Mr. Davis's garden into a true haven, a place where he could move freely and confidently. For older adults, small details at home or outdoors can make all the difference between safety and risk. A slippery rug, a cluttered hallway, or a dark path can quietly become dangerous. I once visited Mrs. Tao's home, where her staircase was nearly pitch black because of a burnt-out bulb. "I'm used to it. It's fine," she said. But after I replaced the bulb, light filled the stairs and she smiled. "Now I can see every step. No more guessing." Proper lighting changes everything, especially at night when vision isn't as sharp as it once was. When paired with a cane or walker, good lighting creates confidence. It's like your home is rolling out a welcome mat for each step. Outside, aim for smooth, flat paths and avoid uneven sidewalks or overgrown walkways. I think of Ms. Lean, who loved her morning strolls but often worried about the rocky trail near her home. I suggested she try a nearby park instead. Clear pavement, steady lighting, and open space. She later told me, "Walking feels so much easier now. No more nerves." A safe environment gives your cane or walker the best chance to do its job. And don't overlook your shoes. They're your next line of defense. A comfortable pair with good grip keeps you stable and secure, much like choosing the right tires before setting out on a long road trip. Creating a safe environment isn't just about tidying up or turning on a light. It's a reflection of how you care for yourself in every way. I remember Mr. Tam, who used to leave things scattered around his home. One day, he nearly tripped over a chair. After we reorganized his space, furniture neat, walkways clear, he looked around and said, "I didn't know my home could feel this open." With his walker and the new setup, every step became easier, lighter, and more secure. That's the real power of a safe environment. When you've already trained with your cane or walker, Creating a clutter-free space takes your mobility to the next level, allowing you to move freely without worry. Take a look around your home. Are there cords across the floor? Is your lighting bright enough? Is the path to your garden slippery? Just a few minutes spent rearranging furniture, clearing clutter, swapping in brighter bulbs, or placing non-slip mats can make a world of difference. For older adults, this isn't simply about convenience. It's about holding on to your independence. A safe home, paired with your trusted cane or walker, becomes a quiet promise that you can step forward each day with confidence, joy, and peace of mind. Start today, because every small improvement is a lasting gift to your health and happiness, helping you live fully at any age. If a safe environment is the stage that's been cleared and lit for you to walk with confidence, then your overall health is the full symphony, where every part, physical, mental, and emotional, plays in harmony to keep you steady, strong, and full of life. A tidy home or smooth sidewalk can certainly prevent falls. But if your body is running on empty, your mind is tense, or your sleep is inconsistent, you may still feel off balance, even in the safest environment. True health goes beyond posture and footwork. It's about caring for yourself from the inside out, like a conductor guiding every instrument in harmony to create a balanced, fulfilling life at any age. I think of Mrs. Nancy, a spirited woman who lived in a cozy, well-organized home. Her walkways were clear, her cane always nearby, yet she often sighed, "I still feel drained, like I've lost my spark." After a few questions, I realized she was skipping meals, sleeping poorly, and worrying too much about her grandkids. I told her, "Your home is safe now, but your body needs care too. Eat more greens, have a glass of milk, and get proper rest." She chuckled, saying she wasn't used to slowing down. But after a few weeks of balanced meals, calcium-rich milk, better sleep, and a few quiet minutes of meditation, her energy returned. Smiling, she told me, "I feel stronger now. Walking feels effortless again." Holistic health filled in the missing piece, making Mrs. Nancy's safe space even more effective. Physical health is the foundation of it all. A balanced diet rich in calcium from milk or cheese and vitamin D from sunshine or nutrient-dense foods keeps bones strong and legs ready to carry you confidently across those clear, safe paths. I remember Mr. Henry, who often struggled with leg cramps caused by poor nutrition. His house was well lit, and he used his cane faithfully, yet his steps were unsteady. After I encouraged him to eat more fish and spend a few minutes each morning in the sun, he later said, "No more leg pain. I'm walking steady now." Good food is like fuel for your body. It gives you the strength to truly enjoy the safety you've created around you. Sleep is just as vital. When you rest well, your body recharges, your focus sharpens, and every step becomes smoother. I think of Miss Linda, who used to stay up late watching TV in her neat home. "I just can't sleep," she'd sigh. But after she began turning in earlier, sipping warm chamomile tea, and keeping her room dark and quiet, much like she kept her daytime walkways bright, everything changed. "I'm sleeping like a rock," she told me, "and walking doesn't tire me out anymore." Restful sleep restores your energy, turning your safe space into a place where you thrive, not just exist. And of course, mental and emotional health tie everything together. When stress or worry builds up, balance can fade, even in a spotless home, even with a cane in hand. I've seen it many times, like with Mr. Tom, whose house was perfectly arranged, yet his constant anxiety still made his steps uncertain. Mr. Tom often told me, "I'm scared of falling even when nothing's in the way." I suggested he sit quietly, take a few deep breaths, or listen to gentle music, small moments to calm the mind. A few days later, he smiled and said, "I feel lighter now, and I'm walking with more confidence." Mindfulness and meditation don't just relax the body, they strengthen focus and coordination, turning every step on your safe path into something steady and secure. Holistic health is the complete picture. A balanced meal, restful sleep, and a peaceful mind, all work together to lift you up, just as a safe environment enhances the support of a cane or walker. I think of Mrs. Helen, who once believed growing older meant slowing down. But after she began eating well, going to bed on time, and spending cheerful mornings chatting with friends in her bright, tidy home, she told me, "I can't believe how energetic I feel these days." She still used her cane, yet holistic health gave her the freedom to move across her yard with ease, enjoying the sunshine and the sound of birds. It's never too late to start. Add a glass of milk to your breakfast, turn off the lights early for better sleep, and take a few quiet moments to breathe deeply in your peaceful space. For older adults, this isn't just self-care, it's taking charge of your life. A safe environment is your foundation, but holistic health is the energy that fuels it. Every small habit, a nourishing meal, a good night's rest, a simple smile, plays its part in your life's symphony, helping you walk each day with strength, confidence, and joy. I wish you good health, happiness, and peace always. And remember to subscribe to my channel, Healthy Aging Blueprint, for more simple ways to live strong and stay young at heart.